What is up, my Stopstorm? RighteousRaikou discharge you another installment of This Week in WWE, joined by ya boy Conscious.
Oh,
And this week we got it was definitely a week, I should say, more so on Sunday than the rest, because everything kind of just fell flat the rest of the week. But definitely Hell in a Cell was actually good.
okay, yes, agreed. So was I agreed it was very good. For more ways than one.
Yeah. So starting off from the top, we got the pre-show match with Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox. It was throwaway.
Agreed.
Yeah, Sasha won that. I believe I didn't pay attention. I'll be honest.
Yep. It went exactly as you expected it to go.
Yep. I mean, I was only watching it. I only watched the pre-show to see if Drew Gulak would actually present his PowerPoint presentation, and he didn't. So I got a little upset.
Which that kind of confused me. Like seeming like they were rushing for time, and it's like.
But they weren't.
Yeah, that was weird.
There was at least like 30 minutes of just commentary, and it was just annoying. But anyhow, going into the main show now, we have the match opener, which actually for some reason this surprised me as being the opener, but at the same time didn't. It was Asuka versus Emma,
which was, in my opinion, 10 times better than I thought it would be.
It was actually the best women's match of the night.
Yep. I honestly and truthfully, I'm glad they gave them the time to actually work.
Yeah, Emma came off actually stronger than I thought she was going to.
Yep. They didn't do what everyone expected to happen. Asuka just bury Emma and just call it a day. No, they both put on a great match. Emma had some good offense. Asuka had some good offense. Asuka had to come back and win it, and it was really good.
Nobody is ready for us.
Apparently not.
I know she's going to be on the Raw Women's team, and if she doesn't get every single pin or submission on that team, I'll be kind of upset.
I wouldn't be mad.
Yo, but like think about it, like she would basically be placed as she's being placed as essentially the next John Cena / Goldberg. You don't die.
I would say you cannot have. At the same time, I kind of don't want to see her in the match because it kind of means she either lose her undefeated. They do that one or two ways, three ways. Have her be one of the last women standing and have Raw win it. But realistically, I think SmackDown will have the better team of the two.
Yeah, they have overall the better team, but Raw has the star player.
I would disagree, actually.
Asuka.
I would disagree because Asuka is huge in NXT, huge on the independent seed, but on the main roster,
they're not going to kill that character with that.
They did to Shinsuke. You remember Shinsuke in NXT was huge.
Yeah, but he also wasn't undefeated in NXT.
Doesn't mean that's what I'm saying. I would rather Asuka not be in this match.
Yeah, the thing is, knowing WWE, they're gonna put her in the match.
If Asuka is in the match, he's to go out via disqualification.
That's what I was gonna say. It's gonna be like count out or disqualification. They're not gonna actually have her eat the pin. It's gonna be like Strowman when he was in Survivor Series. He didn't eat a pin. He was disqualified.
Yeah, Asuka cannot. I don't think Asuka should be one of the fast few reigning because she just hasn't. She's had pretty much a pay-per-view match and a Raw match on the main roster, and to be fair, both of her matches were kind of
Yeah.
Well, the Emma match, the first one was good, but we only got to see a replay. She needs to build up more before they even consider her a main player in the women's division.
Emma needs some build, but because her gimmick's not going to work well, not from here. She's all about hashtags and all that. I want her old and not her original NXT gimmick. No, the way she was built now, but like the edgy Emma that straight up dominated people.
As me and VC like to quote her, hot ass evil Emma.
You right. Yo, better Eva Marie.
True that.
Actually, I'm sorry. Everything's better than Eva Marie.
Yeah, I think she Asuka. If I personally don't think Asuka should be on the team, but if they want to pull that and put Asuka on the team, Asuka does not need to stay in the match long. He needs to
Yeah,
get, she needs to get disqualified or something of the sort where she doesn't lose like eat a pinfall, but she needs to like not be fair.
exactly.
Yeah,
Um, so moving onward for the next match of the night, which was when the breather matches was Kendrick and Jack Gallagher versus Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann. It was a good match.
actually, I enjoyed the match. It was a good match, hard hitting match. They both sides had some good moments. They both had really strong showings, and it was overall a good match.
I mean,
Nothing.
cruiserweight division doesn't really get enough hype around it, and they have excellent
Yeah,
workers. Like they don't get enough credit for what they do.
the best thing they got going for them. Sad,
I
Chris. You're
swear
gonna
to
be
God, if you
sad.
say Enzo, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
It actually isn't though.
Fucking kill
You,
yourself.
you you can't argue
Oh,
that as of
I
the thing
know, and
is.
I'll still say that he is a horrible worker, and
You can say it, but the thing is,
his match that on Sunday was the piss break match of the night.
but at the end of the day, he has people watching. I mean, what the fuck is Enzo
Listen,
gonna
I'm
do?
so angry. I'll get into my anger later because oh,
People
I hate
people
the
are
cruiserweight
watching
division.
Enzo saying, "What the fuck is what bullshit is Enzo gonna do next?"
I swear to God, I just want to see John Cena come back and just beat the living crap out of Enzo. And
That's not
that
gonna happen either, because Johnny boy is gonna be on another. It's on another break.
I just want to see him just choke him out. Yo, also side note, the night that he lost his voice, he was actually visiting or Austin Aries was in the same town as Enzo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Austin Aries took a picture with Enzo.
Oh, that's ironic.
So I was kind of just like, does this mean Austin Aries actually is coming back because of
No,
Impact
hell
going
no.
under?
He didn't even someone impact yet.
Well, I mean, now he can't because I mean Jeff Jarrett is now in rehab, and Impact is just not good anymore.
They'll be fine for right now.
Anthem is a terrible company, and you know it.
Like I said, they'll be fine for right now. Until as of right now,
Fuck that
they
owl.
they will be okay. As of right now, they will be okay.
Fair enough. Next match tonight was Bliss and James for the Raw Women's title.
This is to be honest, this is the second TLC in the row I've seen with Alexa Bliss in it, and her match was just to me.
But I feel like it's not she's a bad worker. She has to
I don't
have the
know.
person with the right chemistry, honestly.
Agreed. I don't think Alexa. I think Alexa Bliss is one of the better workers of the women's division.
Honestly, she's actually had really good matches with Nia Jax.
Yeah, I think Alexa Bliss is great. I like enjoy Alexa Bliss very much. It's just
Actually, Bliss would work really well with Asuka. They could pull on a really good match.
like I said. I have no complaints about Bliss per se. It's just in particular her work with Mickey James
I,
in particular that match. It fell flat for me.
the thing
Didn't
is,
like it.
I never found Mickey James to be that good of a worker. She did pave
Yeah,
the. Because the thing is, she did. Yes, I will agree. She paved the way for women's wrestling in a way, but she, look at her matches with Trish Stratus. Mick James wasn't really anything that spectacular. Really, the person who shined in the athletics was Trish Stratus. Meanwhile,
the thing is, Mickey didn't thrive mostly off of her wrestling. She thrived off her character.
oh, I know. And she also did that one spot that got edited out of WrestleMania. If you guys want to go watch that again, you better buy the DVDs if it didn't get edited out on that.
Which why are you talking about? I don't remember this.
She did a move that involved her grabbing Trish Stratus's crotch, and then after said move, she began to lick her fingers in the V shape.
Oh,
You remember that character,
I
don't
can't
you?
remember that now. That was fantastic.
Oh, that won't escape you, Mickey James. That won't escape you.
literally, it's like her character build as the Psycho. It's so good.
But nowadays,
It's
she's just like, oh
she
no,
can't.
my mom, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one cares.
Her character now. That's the problem I think with a lot of wrestlers on the main roster now. Like a lot of them don't have really good character build.
Because like none of
So
them are
it's
really
like,
original anymore.
yeah, it's like okay, you can wrestle, that's great, but you have to tell a story too. You have to
Because
have a good character to back it up.
so far in the women's roster, the people that have the best stories on the Raw, at least Raw side for right now, is Alexa Bliss. Because the amount of charisma she has, just no one can shut down what chance quite like her.
Yep,
And
Alexa Bliss is probably it might be in the highlight of the Raw division probably right now.
because I mean,
It
like
might be.
Nia Jax, she knows what she is, so
Well,
her
to be
character
fair,
makes sense. She's not
to be
there
fair,
to
we don't
speak on the mic. She's there to literally be a dominating force. She's a female Braun Strowman.
we don't even know if Nia Jax is coming back. To be fair, didn't everything, but there's been rumors where it's saying cousin told her to leave. So is Nia actually gonna ever come back to WWE, or she's gonna?
Wait, I didn't actually hear about this. What?
Yeah, there was rumors going around that her cousin is the one that told her to leave.
I think I think she's. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised because you're forgetting The Rock as of at this very second. I don't think The Rock and WWE are really insanely great terms because of the whole him going off on his own, speaking off the cuff and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's gonna be a definite just because Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock says,
No,
you to leave.
no, I'm not saying he's leaving, but to be fair, as of right now, the direction of like a lot of creative shit has been all over the place.
Yeah, I will say the creative team handles the SmackDown women's division a lot better than the Raw women's division.
Yeah,
And that's not good.
yeah, you can see it in the writing. As of
Yeah.
right now, the writing is just all over the place.
It makes Bailey is just there. Sasha Banks
Yeah,
is just there.
there
Alicia
now.
Fox somehow is a captain of a team right now.
Before this Oscar thing, Emma hasn't really been that relevant. Who else we got? We got
Yo, I mean Paige might be coming back.
yeah, but she's on SmackDown.
I mean that's good though.
Fair, I enjoy Paige myself.
Yo, I mean Paige versus Charlotte again. I'm down.
Yeah, I enjoy that match. They put on good work together.
Paige and Becky. I mean honestly, I wouldn't mind if we had Paige versus Asuka for an interbrand match.
Fair. It's there needs to be some fixing of the
Oh,
WWE
I
right now
completely agree with that.
because they're just kind of all over the place. WWE, you need to fix your shit. Get you writers need to get on their shit. Stop fucking up.
Speaking
People,
of fixing your shit, we have Kalisto versus Enzo for the
we
cruiserweight
don't talk
title.
about that. I didn't care. I gave no shits. Enzo did good talking and
He lost.
Kalisto lost like he should have. I agree with Kalisto losing like he did.
This is literally, I think, going to be the gimmick of hot potato for the next couple of months.
My fingers crossed.
That goes to Cedric Alexander. I completely agree with you.
I wasn't gonna say that. If the rumor is true and Ricochet is supposed to be coming to WWE in January, let's give Ricochet because they're trying to debate if Ricochet does sign WWE in January. Does he go to NXT? Does he go to NXT? I mean, does he go to NXT or does he go to the Cruiserweight division? At this point, I'd rather see the Cruiserweight over NXT because NXT could use another big independent star, yeah, whatever. But to be honest, Neville did a lot to build up the division,
Yeah.
and he was a great heel.
And
Enzo came along,
he got shafted.
Enzo still is still building it up. Neville got it to where was one of the best heels, and now Enzo's talking on the mic is pushing it to a further height. Now we just need something. We need something big.
We need something that's the best of both worlds. You
Yes.
can't have someone who's all talk and no show, and someone who's all show. That's not to say Neville was no talk,
Yeah,
because he had good promos, but
yeah, he's needs more. There needs to be more. That's what most of the roster, like, a lot of them can wrestle, but very little talking, can talk, but very little wrestling.
I feel like, and some people benefit more from less talking.
Yeah,
because like people like Strowman or Aleister Black, you don't need to give them a mic.
Yeah,
you
agreed.
literally just have them beat people up, and that's all they need to do.
And if they need to grab the mic, they can talk. They can go with the best of them.
Braun Strowman is the mic. He just screams, and everyone chants.
Yes, Braun.
It's beautiful. So yeah, that I don't like Enzo. I never will. Sure, I liked it when it was Enzo. And
yes,
yeah, I was about to say I forgot his name because he's been out of action for so long.
And my theory might actually come to be
they're gonna make a heel tag team.
That it's looking a lot more likely now, because I was reading rumors about that. Enzo and Cass coming back together as a team. Now that Enzo's heel and Cass was a heel going out, this would be great.
Yeah, great. We get badass Billy Gunn and fucking Road Dogg all over again.
Yes, man.
So, going from that of a match, we got match of the fucking night, if not match of the year candidate. AJ Styles versus the Demon Finn Balor.
Okay, let me give you my opinion about that match. That match was a decent match. Do I think it was the best match they could have? No. But that's considering it was on such short notice.
I'm saying match of the year candidate in just the match aspect of, and I'm taking account of it was organized in literally less than 3 days.
Yeah.
And AJ Styles was just in South America the day before.
Yeah, I agree. It was probably one of my probably match of the night for me personally. Yeah.
I would say it's match of the night just because of the rest of the card.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good match. They put on a good show.
Everyone was like, the Too Sweet at the end was fantastic.
Yeah, it leaves, that was kind of smart, because it leaves questioning open. Oh, could we see AJ and Finn have a thing together if AJ comes to Raw, if Finn goes to SmackDown? Where does Anderson and Gallows go from there then as well? It just leaves a lot of questions which are good.
I have actually fantasy booking about this, and you can say anything you want about this, but so obviously Roman beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34, and the person who beats Roman for the title is Finn Balor. Finn Balor then feuds with AJ, who moves from SmackDown to Raw over the title.
Yep, and that can only be followed by, what's gonna happen is have AJ take the title off of Jinder, fucking finally. Have AJ versus Shinsuke.
Jinder wins every match, LOL.
No, have AJ versus Shinsuke at Mania. That'll be SmackDown's main event at Mania. Have Shinsuke. Hopefully, by the time that happens, Shinsuke isn't as bad. It doesn't look as bad as he does right now. They can build Shinsuke back up to being what he should be, and have Shinsuke versus AJ at Mania. Have that be the big independent main event that a lot of people want to see. And have them put on a hell of a show, because people who are fans of the independent scene have seen AJ and Shinsuke put on matches. As example, Wrestle Kingdom 10, I think.
I think it was 9 or 10.
It was 10 because last year was 11, right?
I think last year was 11 Wrestle Kingdom 11.
Yeah,
or 12.
it was 10. It was 10 because 10 was in this past 2016 in January. As game 10 was AJ Styles' last match for Japan, and we saw AJ versus Shinsuke, and they put on a hell of a match. So I do agree them two.
And
that's
my biggest problem with people that are critiquing that match and saying it wasn't a good match. I said I had to make the argument of no, you just didn't feel like it, you didn't like it because it wasn't a spot fest. This was technical wrestling genius.
No. No. My complaint about the match was.
Oh no, I'm not directly saying that to you. I'm saying from people that I've seen complain online saying everyone's like, oh, it wasn't that good of a match. No, it was actually a fantastic match. It was mainly technical.
It was decent.
Like, that springboard Hurricane off the top rope, that was pretty nice.
Like I said, it was decent for what it was for short notice.
If there was more build to it, it would have been better.
Yes, if it had better build to it and they had time to plan out a... I'm kind of sad because they still tried to wrestle a WWE caliber match. If Vince and them had let AJ and Finn do what the hell they wanted and wrestle like they wanted in the match on a short notice like that, that match could have been a lot more higher rate. It could have been a lot higher rated and a lot more potential with it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're getting off topic because we're taking forever on this damn
because this was my favorite match. If I'll dive into matches I actually enjoy.
No. I'm just in general. This whole thing is taking forever because we were kind of.
You know what? I like to have fun on the podcast.
Yeah.
Next match was Jason Jordan Elias. I didn't care about this at all.
Yeah, I personally thought this was fucking great because throughout the night we've seen Elias come out trying to play a song, Jason Jordan come out with a shopping cart full of food and throw it at him. I enjoyed the segment for most of the night.
The thing is, I didn't like those segments just because like I actually enjoy Elias. I don't enjoy Jason Jordan.
And thanks to VC, he's growing on me. Elias is growing on me a lot.
Yo, Elias is amazing.
He's growing on me a lot. So I personally thought, yeah, it was a decent. It was their match wasn't.
User joined your channel.
The match wasn't anything spectacular, but it was okay. It was decent.
Yeah, it was pretty. I'd say maybe down the line they might be able to have a better match. It just I don't know. I felt like it felt out of place, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. It was planned to be a filler match because they needed to kill time because we all knew the time on that pay-per-view had to be killed some way somehow. And
I mean, Hell in a Cell ran over by like 30 minutes.
Yeah, fair, but Hell in a Cell had a full card. A lot of their matches, who I played out weeks ahead of time, got kind of kaput because meningitis.
Yeah, and speaking of meningitis, we bring us to our last match that was brought to us by meningitis.
Meningitis was probably the MVP of this review. That made this review 10 times more interesting to me, personally.
I would say I would agree with the Styles and Finn Balor because honestly, I didn't want to see Sister Abigail versus
Wait! You do not enjoy?
No. I have reasons. I'll get into that.
I'm hurt.
No. I'm not saying I didn't like the match. There's just some things I wished that they saved Kurt Angle for a singles debut.
No. They did it perfect. Let me explain something, okay? If you notice, they didn't give him his own entrance music for one.
Oh, well, eventually they did.
That's after the comeback, which they kind of had to build him up as, oh, I'm strong. I'm injured. I'm coming back. I'm gonna put on a show. Okay, that's fair. You have to do that with Kurt Angle. It's Kurt fucking Angle. You have to give that at the very least. But back to what I was saying. One, he came out with the Shield. He didn't come out with his original.
Oh, I know he came out the Shield vests. I know.
Which somebody pointed this out perfectly. You know why he wore the Shield vest? It makes so much sense now. Take the bumps on the with ladder and the table better. because that's a padded material, so it helps him. Remember, he took the
I know
ladder shot to the stomach.
Not just that, he also got paraslammed through a table by Braun Strowman, and that
Yeah,
man is a very, very big boy.
which I agree with him wearing that shield. That wearing that shield stuff helped him take those injuries better, and they kept what they then they had the build where he comes.
Like,
he got,
I was gonna say, not gonna lie though, when he was carried out, like, I started to actually think, like, is that man actually injured? Because I know his period with injuries where I'm just like, please, for the love of God, Kurt Angle, not like this.
Yeah, they were taking too long. I'm sorry. If he was actually injured, they would have brought on a stretcher and everything, and they would have made such a bigger deal about it. But
I mean, I'm gonna argue the stretcher part because Brock Lesnar was stretchered at a building at SummerSlam, and then he came back running out.
No. After seeing what happened with Shane, everyone knew Shane was actually injured for what he hit. The way Kurt Angle took all of it, it was very safe. A lot of the stuff he got hit with was very safe.
I know. I'm merely just making the argument of, like, accidents happen.
Yeah, I didn't think anything bad happened, which I was right in. Nothing really bad happened. It was it was to build. It was supposed to sink her to the back, let him get a little breather, and have him just come out looking insanely strong.
I will agree. I'm just saying
which could actually potentially maybe see Kurt Angle as captain at TLC.
Well, that's what they're. I say let's get into that when we discuss Raw, because there's a certain keynote around that whole idea that definitely is up for discussion. But going back to the match, there was actually a decent amount of back and forth, even though a lot of when I say a lot, I'd say maybe 55 to 60% of the match was The Miz, Sheamus, Cesaro, Kane, and Strowman.
Yep. Oh, also the whole Kane and Strowman thing. It was very weird. Very weird indeed. It makes sense in retrospect.
But I know, like, they played it out weird, where it made when they did it, it made no sense. When the common goal was literally to win the match, but then it eventually made sense where, okay, only one big dog can live in this house.
Yep.
But, and the one spot with the garbage truck, I had a slight panic attack, just because, like, I was almost afraid that was like a trash compactor, and be like, oh my god, is Strowman alive? That man got, like, even the trailer spot with him and Roman that one time, I'm like, Roman should have been, like, convicted for attempted murder. Like, what is going on?
I'm glad it was Braun that took that spot, because I think he was the best one to take that spot, to be fair. It makes sense. And I kind of hope what ends up what I'm kind of hoping results in this. Braun's gonna come back, but we're not gonna know he's gonna come back, because you remember everyone turned their backs on him, right?
Yeah.
Have them come back, like, just one day by, like, each week passes, you see someone on that team gets taken out, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's the Shield taking them out, right? And as a result of it, at the end of the day, as a result of it, Braun comes out, scream Braun, and comes and attacks Kane as, like, this is for what happened at TLC, blah blah blah. Have them build for a match against each other. Bam.
And then the Bludgeon Brothers come out.
Yep.
Except they're on SmackDown, but it's still funny as fuck.
But yeah, the ending was kind of expected. They came in.
Which they had all the finishers on The Miz, and then it finished with what Corey Graves called the Olympic triple powerbomb.
Yep. So
even though, like, the thing is, the name always varies. If it's a Shield, for some reason, they'll either call it the triple powerbomb or the Cerberus powerbomb.
I'm not gonna lie. Watching that match, I could not stop laughing
because of Angle doing all the.
No. I was watching it with music in them, and they are fucking stupid, and we were just laughing. It was making me laugh, and I physically enjoyed the match.
I was only not watching with you guys because I know it was gonna lag on my end if I joined the rabbit, so I just watched on my own.
Because we seen him come saying, "Look at Angle. Angle so happy. He looks so happy just to be with it. He be part of the group."
Yo, wait. If we can get Angle, who's notorious for neck injuries, could we just get Angle versus Daniel Bryan in a career versus career match?
To be honest, Dan Bryan versus fucking Seth Rollins, he hits the buckle bomb, Kurt was dead.
Yo, I mean, Kurt Angle would actually lose his career if Seth uses the buckle bomb. No, I'm sorry, he shoots the curb stomp.
Oh god, yep.
Career is dead. But yeah, overall, I'd say the show was also it wasn't bad. I'd say it maybe a solid C plus.
Yeah, it was not better than for me. It was not better than Hell in the Cell. But it was decent.
You know what's funny though? I just realized for my talking points, I put down the abbreviations Hell in a Cell instead of TLC.
Yep, I saw that. You dumbass.
They're all the same to me. Hey, listen, there was only one TLC match, and it didn't even involve a title. You explain me how that works.
No, it makes sense, because remember last year where there was, like, all these different stipulations? A chairs match, a kendo stick on a pole match.
No, but I'm saying, like, it... Yeah, but that makes sense for, like, an Extreme Rules match. A TLC match should be, like, title, 2 people...
No, I agree with the whole have one TLC match for the entire pay-per-view and have that one TLC match have as many people, as many big stars as possible, just to highlight the pay-per-view itself.
But for Survivor Series, I want the Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal to be a first blood match.
I rarely want to see that match.
No, the only reason I wanted first blood because I just want to see those TKO punches he pulled on Randy Orton at SummerSlam that one year, and just on Jinder Mahal.
God no!
Jinder Mahal rushed to the hospital due to blood loss. But now this brings us to Raw.
Raw,
which Kurt Angle opened up talking about Survivor Series, how it's essentially brand warfare. It's going to be each respective champion from Raw will be facing the counterpart champion in SmackDown. So, for example, Miz is versing Baron Corbin. Alexa Bliss is versing Natalia.
Yes.
And that, watch Carmella cashes it in that night.
I can see it. You have Brock versus Jinder, and the last one is...
And Usos versus Shield.
Yeah.
I'm not even bothered with Ambrose
To be honest, I'm kind of sad that the New Day is not in that match, because we could have seen a 6-man tag match, the New Day and the Shield. I would have thoroughly enjoyed that.
Honestly,
a 6-man tag match, both teams. I would have thoroughly enjoyed that.
I think it's because of shortage of notable contenders on SmackDown. In my honest opinion, that look at the tag division right now, it's kind of stale. I can name only besides the Usos, you have the New Day and Gable and Benjamin, which Gable and Benjamin are still being built.
No. I understand that. I understand why they did what they did. I'm just kind of sad that I
completely agree with you.
Yeah.
It just...
Yeah, so the next thing that happened on Raw was
Styles, Rollins, and Ambrose, which, Styles was actually on Raw that night. They decided to borrow him for one more night, and they versed The Bar and Miz.
Yep, it was okay.
It was a fair match. I wouldn't say it was the best, but...
The Styles and the Rollins, Ambrose won. Kane comes at the end of the match. Kane comes out. Pretty much, Kane single-handedly takes down both members of the Shield, and AJ Styles cuts a promo on Braun about how he's the only... What was it?
My problem is, I didn't see that promo because I was out that night and I was still watching the program, but everything was on closed caption, so I couldn't see it.
Oh, Well, from what I remember, it was like the reason why he did that to Braun was because he's the superior of
Oh yeah,
the.
yeah. The Kane cutting a promo saying that basically like there can only be one monster in this house, or like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
some crap like this.
He's the one. He's gonna show he's the devil's favorite one true monster, whatever.
I'm the devil's favorite demon. Wah wah wah.
Yeah, shit like that. Okay, they're pretty much just eh.
And then the next match, speaking of Kane, is Kane versus Finn Balor.
Which is eh. And
no, it's deflating because Finn Balor shouldn't have lost it.
Well,
After coming off a big win the night before, Balor shouldn't have lost that easily.
They did it for a reason. They did it for a reason.
I still don't like the reason.
They did it to make Kane look strong because he's going to be facing Braun.
Doesn't mean that I have to like the reason.
You need to have someone looking strong if they're going to be facing Braun because Braun.
You'll just have Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor. Actually, that Braun Strowman versus the Demon Finn Balor. I'd buy that ticket.
Well, but then again, that's kind of that would be kind of bad because even Finn is undefeated still. So is Braun. Well, Braun's not undefeated.
No, Braun's undefeated.
But Demon Finn's undefeated, and Braun is like.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Finn can still win that match and make Braun still look strong. Depending on the format. Depending on the format. If it's not a traditional match, you can still make Braun look stupidly strong.
Fair.
If you coup de grace him through the top of a car.
Fair. Okay, so yeah, I just want to see how this is all gonna play out. To be fair.
All right, there's that. But and then the next match we got a salty rerun of Asuka versus Emma.
And I don't care.
No one cared about this match. Asuka won again.
Yeah, I care. I care at all.
And then speaking of salty reruns, Jason Jordan versus Elias.
Again, I did not care.
I mean, at least Elias lost by DQ instead of eating a pin. Yo, he is a better Jeff Jarrett and a better Honky Tonk Man.
Fair. Fuck no, a better Honky Tonk Man. You stop that. No.
Give it some time. He's gonna have more charisma than Honky Tonk Man. Did Honky Tonk Man actually have a performance before his match? Not really.
It doesn't matter. Honky Tonk Man.
He doesn't know how to perform a cover of Nutshell and insult Titus O'Neil at the same time.
I'm good. I will stick with Honky Tonk Man. I agree.
Okay. I'm just happy. What's up?
I was like, that's the Heyman Brock promo.
Yes. It was. I actually liked the promo a lot.
I didn't watch it. I didn't care enough. I'm sorry.
I watched it just this is around the time I just got back home. So I made sure to rewind it just to watch it. And honestly, it was worth. It's like every Heyman promo. And that's why I like Heyman promos, because he knows how to play. He knows how to play his cards.
Yeah.
And Heyman, he's just like, he straight up just insulted Jinder straight off the bat, and then even said, "See, unlike you're not Brock Lesnar's counterpart. You're not this. You're not that. You're nothing compared to Brock Lesnar." And if the people that are worthy to compete against Brock Lesnar, I don't trash talk. I praise them. He's saying he praised Braun Strowman. He praised Samoa Joe. He praised Roman Reigns. He's not going to praise someone who's not worth his time. Essentially saying it's annihilation. And honestly, if it's not a squash match at Survivor Series, I'll be upset. Like, when I'm defining squash match, I want Survivor Series from last year of Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar squash.
You know the sad part about this? You know what make you sad?
Jinder wins, LOL.
Nope, if Jinder hits the Colossus, game over.
That's why I just said Jinder wins, LOL.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yep, because Colossus protected as fuck right now.
Which it shouldn't be. I mean, F5's kind of protected, too.
Not as protected as the Colossus,
actually, this whole year it's been protected.
No, Roman King got an F5. Roman King got an F5. Yep, Roman King got an F5. Literally, no one is kicked out of the Colossus.
The Colossus looks so weak, though. I've seen a better Cobra Clutch slam from Ted DiBiase Jr. Yeah, that's right, folks. I just said Ted DiBiase Jr. If you don't remember him, that's your problem.
This is accurate though.
Yo, Ted DiBiase was good though.
Yeah.
That's what like I actually liked that group of Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, and Randy Orton. It was all third generation superstars.
Legacy.
Yo, Legacy was lit. Or is it all second gen?
Second.
Because Randy Orton's third gen.
Maybe third generation. Maybe I don't remember anymore.
What?
I don't remember anymore. I think about it third generation.
Because I think he's third because his dad is Cowboy Bob Orton, and I think his grandfather was a wrestler as well.
Yes, his grandfather. He's the third generation. Pretty much, I think it was a mix of different legacy. It's just as long as as long as you have a legacy in wrestling.
And then
realistically, Bo Dallas could be a legacy.
Yeah.
So can
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. There's quite a few superstars who could be in legacy, actually.
And then that one guy that, you know what, I will say I completely forgot about him because he was irrelevant in Legacy. It was that one Samoan guy.
Oh, was a Samoan guy in Legacy?
Yeah. He was mad young, but...
There's no Samoan in Legacy. Legacy was all up in the 30.
Hold on. I have to look this up. I'm almost positive.
His name is Bob.
Was he really Defatu?
I think so.
The more you know. And he's part of the Anoa'i family. His father was Alpha.
Pretty much, if you're the Awanu family, you're pretty much a legacy in wrestling. God damn it.
Oh yeah, Sim Snuka was also in Legacy, and then Brett DiBiase. What? Unless, wait, Brett DiBiase was in I didn't know about this. Wow. The more you know. And this has been Trivia Hour on the podcast. But
Brett DiBiase. Wait, what the hell were all these wrestlers in Legacy? I only remember DiBiase, Rhodes, and fucking
Manu. Manu was kind of significant. Wait, but Sim Snuka was in Legacy? I thought he was just in Deuce and Domino.
I don't remember any of the main Legacy. I only remember the three.
Everyone can kind of just fact check me. That's fine. I have no problem with it. I'm looking on Wikipedia as the only.
Yep, same.
Because I mean, Wikipedia people actually fact checked everything, but I don't know how.
Is Brett DiBiase? Is Brett DiBiase Ted DiBiase's brother?
Yes.
Wait, how relevant are you, bro?
He's a third generation professional wrestler. His blah blah blah. His father, Ted DiBiase. DiBiase's older brother, Mike, and Ted Jr. were also wrestlers, and Ted Jr. is Ted DiBiase. So yeah, the more you know.
He's no longer a wrestler.
What, Ted?
Yep. Snuka.
Yeah, you know what? He's making success for himself. So.
That's Ted's brother. His brother's not even doing anything with wrestling anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't even know that half those people were part of. 3 of those people were even part of Legacy.
Yep.
Welp. So going back on track, because by the time we finish recording this is going to be like a 2-hour podcast.
Probably.
So next match tonight was Banks versus Bayley versus Alicia Fox for the role of team captain for Raw, and this match was irrelevant as hell, and Fox won by throwing Bayley through the ropes into Sasha Banks, and then rolling Bailey up for the 1-2-3, which by physics that shouldn't make sense.
I did care.
But yeah, Fox is team captain for Raw. I guess Raw's losing that match.
Well, whatever.
The next match was Kalisto, Rich Swann, Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, and Grand Metalik versus Enzo Amore, Drew Gulak, Arya Daivari, Noah Amdar, and Tony Nese. It was a decent match.
We had Gulak be the mouthpiece of Enzo since he's still sick. Was pretty good. That was pretty funny. The Kalisto and
Gulak doing the intro, the whole Enzo Amore intro is, and he did it like grammatically correct, which was hilarious.
You had Kalisto and them going over, blah blah blah.
Obviously.
Didn't really care.
It was the build for 205 Live for the rematch.
Yep, and then last but not least,
#Under Siege, which
TLDR Kurt came out to announce Raw Survivor Series team. Shane was already there from earlier the night. He mentioned something about Under Siege to Kurt in the back. He shows up in the crowd, shield-like entrance, walks down, has not the entire SmackDown roster, but a good chunk of SmackDown roster come with him. And tells him,
like the whole roster. I'm not even gonna lie, it looked like the.
It looked a decent amount of roster, but I know for a fact, I know for a fact certain people were not.
I didn't see there. James Ellsworth, so or did
no, not even that. Just he was not there. Who else was there? Trying to think.
All the relevant superstars were there.
The Usos were not there. Neither was Natalya. No, Natalya was there.
No, the whole women's division was there.
Yeah.
The whole 5 of them.
Charlotte was not there.
Really? I thought Charlotte was there.
Charlotte was not there. Who else was not there? There was quite a few superstars.
There was a lot of people to the point where you couldn't really even tell who was and who wasn't there.
Yeah, I went through and saw there was actually more superstars than you would think weren't there, but there was quite a few superstars who weren't there. And pretty much, Kurt got scared, ran to the back, and Shane told the SmackDown superstars to go get him, and they pretty much took out most of the irrelevant talents. The only relevant ones I would say they really took out was the women division.
They took out the whole women division, and then they took out Finn Balor, Matt Hardy, and then the Shield.
There was Finn in there?
Yeah, Finn was in the same locker room as Matt Hardy.
I didn't realize it was Finn. Fuck. I don't ever remember seeing Finn.
Yeah, he was in the locker room. The only person that had their door locked was Brock Lesnar.
Did they actually try to go to Brock Lesnar's door?
Well, they didn't go after him, but from what I've heard from people, because I didn't catch it, but some other people did, they caught Brock Lesnar probably in like the corner of a camera actually locking a door.
That's funny.
Yo, our Survivor Series team is just going to be Braun Strowman. It's just Braun Strowman dominating 5 people and wins.
I'm actually pulling up the other stage again because what was he? So they took out.
They took out Kurt Hawkins, Goldust.
Yeah, Titus Brand.
And then
funny enough, Chad Gable took out Jason Jordan first. That was kind of funny.
Yo, I'm really thinking. I really want them to just be at the. Actually, no, they will be on the Survivor Series team. I'm thinking.
Who?
Chad Gable and Chad Gable will probably be on the Survivor Series.
Oh, that was who came out of the restaurant with Matt. It was Finn. I didn't even know it was Finn.
Yeah. Okay. It's hard to see.
Yeah, because it was really quick. I was like, who the hell is that? It was Finn. Okay.
Because even though it was a lot of time for the siege, all the shots were quick, so it was really hard to kind of. It was very run and gun. But this gives you an idea of who's actually going to be on the team.
Yeah.
It's probably going to end up being maybe Braun Strowman, Jason Jordan, honestly.
Okay. So let's not speculate. Let's just let them place out the team first, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and plus, by the time we try to keep speculating, this will be 2 days.
Yeah, so then now we got SmackDown, which sorry this taking so long, but this was a long week of wrestling.
Yeah, a lot happened this week. So SmackDown Live started out with a promo between Shane McMahon, which first Shane kind of tried to justify what happened on Raw, which the fact he tried to justify it was very heelish.
To be honest, I don't think he should justify it at all. What he should have said, what in my opinion would have been better, tell them we sent a message. We're not going to lose to them. We are the superior brand. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Should have said that. It's like, Dan, you have a problem with it? We can talk about it later.
Exactly. And then eventually he addresses Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens what happened at Hell in a Cell. And it kind of just came, it was the usual suspect of Sami and Owens just being them. Yep. And eventually they addressed that they had matches for that week. It's good for that SmackDown. It was going to be to qualify for the Survivor Series. It was Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton, and then the following week it would be Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
And
whichever of them wins,
exactly,
gets a spot on the Survivor Series team. Which so far on SmackDown's team we have Randy. That's about it.
No, we probably let's say this: we have Randy and Shane.
Yeah.
Shane was on Survivor Series last year. I don't think he's gonna miss out again this year.
I don't know. I don't know. It depends.
Yo, can we get Shane versus Mick Foley? That's what we should have had last year. So that was the short and sweet of that. The next match was New Day versus Gable and Benjamin, and it was it ended really
heelish,
very quick, but it. Oh my god, this background noise! I swear to God, I'm gonna kill somebody. With it ended quick and heelish actually. With a rebound on the rope, Benjamin kicked. I think it was Kofi or Xavier. I couldn't see at that time. I kind of fast forwarded a little through the match because I was trying to catch up. But it was right between the shoulder blades. The ref didn't see it, and then Gable picked up the 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And then the Usos was like, "Oh, yo, we respect it because we do the same thing." And I think Gable and Benjamin are heels now.
I don't think that heels because the Usos are still heel.
Maybe tweeners.
It's not being heel or tweener. I think what it is just give them a little bit more tenacity to them.
Yeah, but if they're gonna be baby faces, they win over clean.
Like, that's not really that dirty though. That's the thing. It was like he pulled the trunk, whatever. It was like, oh, caught him off guard, kicked him in the back of the shoulder blades. Yeah, it's not really that dirty. It's just give them a little bit more tenacity to them, showing, hey, we really want these titles. We're willing to.
I'm gonna argue that it is a quote unquote heel move if it's considered a cheap shot and if the heel commentator defends it. I'm just making logistics here. But yes, it does give them more tenacity and character. The next segment was Fashion Files, and it was actually not even that good this week.
Yeah.
It was very redundant. It literally made no progress to the plot, and it's like, eventually Ascension's like, the Bludgeon Brothers are the whole 2B thing, right? And they're like, nah, the B is silent. And I was just like, oh my god, it's retarded.
Yeah, let's move past that.
Yeah. I don't really care. Next match, speaking of disappointment, we have Baron Corbin versus Sin Cara.
I didn't care.
Neither did I. It was a disqualification win for Sin Cara. GG.
Yep. Next
was a squash match.
Yep. So
AJ
Sunil Singh
Styles versus Sunil Singh, and he
it,
tapped out in 40 seconds.
it pretty much is leading to AJ versus Jinder, which AJ should win. If Jinder goes over AJ, I'm going to be done with WWE for a while.
If Jinder I'm because I made this pact before at a WrestleMania when Roman beat the Undertaker. I will actually unsubscribe from the network if Jinder beats AJ with that title on the line. I will unsubscribe from WWE.
Yep, I will stop watching for a little bit. Yep, so simple. The 5-way match for the women's team captain, Becky Lynch won.
I will, at least I would say, I will unsubscribe my network subscription, but I'll still watch Raw because it doesn't have Jinder.
Okay, fair.
And
so we have the
next
5-way
was
women's.
the 5-way women's match: Becky, Carmella, Tamina, Naomi, and Charlotte for the role of team captain, with Becky Lynch going over.
Which it makes sense because Becky was that's what a lot of people's arguments were why Becky should have been captain because over Charlotte because Becky was there during the Under Siege event, blah blah blah. So, but Becky went over, so I'm happy.
What's weird is that because right now the women's match is 5 versus 3. We don't know the other 2.
Wait, why is it 5 versus 3?
Because Banks, Bayley, and Fox are confirmed for the team because team captain. We don't know who the other 2 women are.
No. They haven't confirmed any teams yet. The thing is,
it's fair enough to say that those 5 on SmackDown are going to be the ones competing.
Maybe.
Because they're not going to put Lana in it. They're not.
No. It's more likely SmackDown is going to be Tamina, Becky, Charlotte, Carmella,
Naomi. Yeah.
Naomi, yeah.
It's going to probably be those 5 because it's not going to be Natty. Natty already has a match. And what other women's division is there?
Nikki can't do it because she's still she's on Dancing with the Stars unless she does a one-night thing and she comes back and beats in it. That's an option.
I thought Nikki Bella. I thought she retired though.
No, she hasn't retired. No, she's doing Dancing with the Stars right now.
Oh. I thought she legitimately retired from the business considering she injured her freaking neck.
No, she shut up after her neck injury, dude.
Still, and it's enough to the point where like she really doesn't have to do much.
If they want, if Paige has,
that's right. Brie Bella is retired because she's a mom now.
Oh no, she's coming back too. She's already confirmed it. That next year she's going to get back into wrestling.
So they're just gonna switch roles on who babysits the kids?
No, it's just they're rich. They have money. They can afford a babysitter.
Yeah, but like I feel sympathy for the kid if they don't at least see their parents.
No, what they probably would do is do what Kevin Owens does.
Oh, go home like every week or.
Yeah, or take the kid. It's a baby. You can afford to go on the road with a baby. Because by the time she goes back, the baby's gonna be around a little bit over 1 year old, and around that time is where you can do it like a little bit more active with a baby.
Yeah.
So she's doing the right thing.
Because I mean, the only difference with Kevin Owens and his family is that
older.
Mom is a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
It doesn't see
their
parents at all.
To be fair, if Brie Bella does leave, if Daniel Bryan leave, what's going to end up happening if Daniel Bryan decides to leave WWE like everyone speculates when his contract's up and go back to Intimate Scene and do like a couple save matches just so he can go out the way he wants to go out, right?
Yeah.
More than likely, Brie is going to be a stay-at-home mom.
Which I mean, that'd be perfectly fine.
Yeah, because I think once Brie's gone, once Daniel's gone, Brie's gone as well.
Exactly.
So the
next they had a small little advertisement for Ziggler versus Rude. That's gonna be 2 out of 3 falls match for next week, and I'm actually kind of excited for it.
Yeah.
I think it gives them a little bit more to work with, even though this feud is going nowhere. I'm still just waiting for Ziggler versus Canellis. It's gonna happen, but I just want something to come out of Canellis and Ziggler. They deserve better than how they're being treated.
Agreed, but
But last match of the night, Sami Zayn versus Orton, and Orton wins with a low blow.
Yeah, I was like, I enjoy the Sami thing.
It was expected.
Yeah, I enjoy the Sami thing, the Sami Kevin Owens thing. I'm enjoying it. This match, I just didn't really care.
Yeah, but like the thing is, when essentially it almost looked like Owens costed him the match. So it's like, I don't want this to become another Jericho thing where...
Wait, what happened?
Owens ran down to the ring. He distracted the ref, and Sami tried to go for a roll-up. And the ref is... After the ref tries to still count the 3, Owens is on the apron. Ref is distracted. Randy hits the low blow. So it's almost like... And then after the low blow, Orton methodically drags Sami up to his feet, has Sami look Kevin in the eyes, as well as Orton looking into Kevin Owens' eyes, and just RKO him right in front of Kevin Owens.
Throughout the night, they were mentioning how no one's going to get in there to invade SmackDown. Blah,
and which
blah,
it's
blah.
And they keep teasing. They were teasing that essentially like, oh, we have to be prepared that it's not if but when. So for all we know, it could be sooner than later.
Yeah. So next 205
Live, which the opening match was Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann versus Noam Dar and Tony Nese.
Alexander and Rich Swann went over like expected. Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping NXT introduce a tag title or something.
You mean 205 Live introduced a tag title?
Tag titles, yes.
I was about to say, dude, they have NXT tag titles. It's called Sanity.
Sorry. But 205 is just a tag titles.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that because there's a lot of tag teams that I would actually enjoy. Back when it was first starting up, the first tag team that I enjoyed was Tony Nese and Drew Gulak.
Yep.
They were a good pairing together.
Yep. Rich Swann.
Puts aside and Kalisto doesn't really so it's gonna go nowhere. Enzo feud, it made so much sense. Just have him feud with Cedric Alexander already, please. Cedric can use. But moving on to the last part of the night was NXT.
Yep.
And it was Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. Actually, it was a good match.
It was a decent match. I enjoyed it. That was okay. Surprise, Oney Lorcan? Lorcan and what's his face lost? Burch lost?
I'm not surprised for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
They're not famous for winning matches, but they put on a hell of their selling point. They're excellent workers. They were in-ring rivals, now formed a tag team, which now they have a base for a story, and this is making sense. Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, they're trying to build them as the next big thing. That's why they had to get Sabatelli and Moss over. Lorcan and Burch can eat the loss because the crowd will still be with them.
Yeah.
But they also can't eat every loss. Because at least with the exchanges between Lorcan and Burch, it made sense for one to lose and the other to win, because they were constantly trading wins and losses. It was a very successful rivalry, in my opinion. But you can't have both of them eat losses all the time. And thank God Lars Sullivan hasn't been on TV for a couple weeks. And then next match of the night was the Women's Battle Royal to qualify for the last spot in the Fatal 4-Way, and the obvious winner was Nikki Cross.
Yep, I have no complaints.
Honestly, the final four in that match was actually really well played out.
Yep.
They had the right people to end the match. It was Nikki Cross, Billie Kay, Bianca Belair and that one Brazilian girl, Mercedes Martinez.
Yes.
Mercedes Martinez, she actually impresses me.
Yep.
But Bianca Belair, I didn't know she can bench press people.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad that we didn't get the alpha female there.
Oh, Shayna Baszler?
No. The alpha female, the other one, the big burly German chick.
I think she was in there.
She was.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm kind of sad. I want to.
No, there was one big woman that got like 6 eliminations.
Oh.
I forget her name, but I was about to say like I wish Shayna Baszler was in this match, but they're gonna save her NXT debut for later. Because right now she's working on house shows, which I know another person who's working house shows, but he has yet to get out of the said house shows, was Brennan Williams.
Okay.
Great Black Otaku, who's kind of known on the indie scene, but not really. And he's signed to NXT.
Oh, okay. The Shogun. Okay.
Yes, I completely forgot his gimmick in NXT because it's not even on TV.
Wait, he still hasn't made his NXT debut yet?
He's not been to NXT TV yet.
Okay.
He's only been working live shows.
Oh.
So I don't know if they're trying to rework him or something, but I don't know. I think they're kind of trying to keep him for a better time, just because they have so much. NXT is very, very cluttered with talent right now. And that's not a bad thing, but it's hard to shine when you have so much potential in one spot. Speaking of potential in one spot, Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream, it wasn't a match. It was more of just Aleister Black, I think he was about to walk out to a match, what appeared to be at least, but then
Velveteen Dream
tagged him, hung up in the ropes, and then slapped him across the face and be like, yo, say my name. And then all of a sudden tries to attack him in the ropes with a running attack.
Black got all, he swung just the kick, tried to hit the Black Mass.
And then dodge. And I was just like, oh, that's the first dodge we've seen ever.
Yeah. So
but I honestly think this rivalry is going to be, it's going to have a good match at TakeOver.
Yep, because they're both still undefeated.
Aleister Black's going to win.
I don't know.
There's no reason that Velveteen Dream should... Like, I think Velveteen Dream can eat a loss.
They're both... I'm enjoying that. Yep, they're going to fight a TakeOver.
But his elbow drop, though.
Is so good, yep.
Him and Kairi Sane both have stupidly good elbow drops.
Yep.
Like Macho Man's quality. And then the last match of the night was Cien Almas versus Roddy Strong.
Which,
it was a good match.
Yeah, decent. Roger.
He's doing really good work with Zelina.
Yep. So Cien Almas won. He's not taking the title from fucking Drew.
Yeah, but we're at TakeOver. We're gonna get that match. It's pretty obvious. And then, I forgot to list this in the talking point, but it was a closer. Was the Undisputed Era walked out after the match and talked to Roddy Strong, and he's just like, "Yo, listen, join us." It's like, we know you better than anyone else, because for those who don't know, Roderick Strong was huge in ROH.
Yep.
And basically, they handed him the they handed him the badge. He held the badge, and the show closed there. So we don't know if he's saying yes or no. And if he says yes, that means we're getting a heel Roderick Strong, and I would be okay with that, actually.
Yep.
Even though his babyface gimmick is getting over, it's just the fact he's going to eventually get his time. It's just not going to be now.
Yep.
But honestly, NXT was good. 205 Live, SmackDown Live was decent, I guess. Raw was alright, and then TLC was actually really good. In overall terms of this week, the shine was on TLC.
Yeah.
But that's definitely going to do it for this week. Thank you guys very much for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you do. And we'll see you guys in next week.
Bye.